me this morning, sing, because he tried to manipulate you. Sing. Mama really wants Shelaine to sing too. I said, Avery, why didn't you tell me before? It ain't no big deal. Why you getting all worked up about it? It ain't no big deal. I just walked out of the room and said, I'm not trying to hear what you got to say. I go, no. I can't fit her in. He's like, I don't know why you're doing all that. All you got to do is call. I'm going to call Mickey. I'm going to call Mickey and tell her to just bring her. And so he did call Mickey, but what he didn't know is that in the background, I was at church. Sorry, Reverend Lewis, texting Shelaine. And I'm like, Shelaine, can you come? You know, Avery won't do anything in here when it comes to singing without you. And she's like, I will be there. And so, and most of you guys know Shelaine, and she can sing from the gut. And so I want her to do a little something for us today. I love Avery. He taught me how to do backflips. Flipping like 20 at a time. Keep going. But I appreciate you, I respect you, and I'm glad you're doing well. Happy birthday. Because the Lord is my shepherd. That's why I'm amazing. Okay? What happened is when probably about 30 days out, Avery called me and said, Sting. Sting. Whatever. Should we do something for Mama for her birthday? I'm like, Avery, her birthday is in less than 30 days. You can do it, all you gotta do. Yeah, you telling me all I gotta do, but you ain't doing nothing. He's like, I'ma pay for it. All right, then. So he says, let's call Mickey on the phone. And I said, all right. So we get her on the phone, and the first thing she says is, do I have a budget? And Avery said, no, it's for my mama, whatever it costs. I don't care, it's for my mama. And then I'm on the side going, don't tell my aunt there is no budget. She has very expensive taste. And Avery's like, I don't care, just whatever. So anyway, we start the process. I started the process. My aunt had her stuff to do. I had my stuff to do. So we decided to have a band. And so I couldn't think of a band. I was online doing all kinds of stuff. And I called my friend Jeanette in Louisville for some help, and she never returned my call. But anyway, so Kevin is my LinkedIn friend, and he just happened to pop up on my LinkedIn. And so I was like, Kevin, he has a band, or he used to have a band. So I called my bestie, and I was like, where is Kevin Brown? She goes, I think he moved out of Owensboro. So I went on LinkedIn and said, call me. And I was really just going to ask him for a referral, because I found out that he lived in Michigan, and I would dare not ask him to come all the way from Michigan, but I'm so happy. And so I asked him for a referral, and he goes, what are you doing? And I said, we're having a party for my mom's birthday, and I'm looking for a band. And he was just like, you know I got a band. I said, but I didn't know you were still doing it. He's like, well, we don't, but we've been talking about getting back together, and we would love to come and do it for your mom. And I'm like, are you serious? And I was just like, because I don't really know Kevin like that. So I was just like thinking, is he gonna flake on me? So I was texting him all the time, is everything still okay? And he was just like, yep, everything's fine. And so he put together this band, and I'll let him introduce them when he talks. But he put these people together to be here for my mother's birthday. And here's the funny thing, because my mom knew nothing, but the minute he got in town on Saturday, he makes one stop to Kmart. Who does he run into at Kmart? My mother. So he's texting me like, guess who I just saw? I'm like, he said, your mama. I was like, what'd you say? She goes, oh my God, what are you doing here? He's like, oh, I just came to do something with my house. And she's like, oh, I thought you were here for my birthday. Just totally playing. And he's really good. You get some points, because he said, when was your birthday? She said, yesterday. And he's like, oh, well, happy belated birthday. So we had a little play party for her yesterday. She thought that was the party. And so I said, Kevin, just go ahead and come by. And so my mom's just been shocked by all these people. But she's like, so everybody was playing for the party. I go, yeah, but not Kevin. I said, you just ran into him. That was just ironic. And then he's here.